I really thought Conor was going to come out and look really good in a 3-round fight. The fact that it's 5 rounds makes me a lot more nervous. I think Conor's still going to look really good at certain points, but just being out that long, going against a hungry, like, this is huge for Max. It's huge for Conor too, but Max has just been in it. Oh, it makes me, I don't know, man.
I think Max needs to get in his face early, push the pace like he always does, because you can't let Conor you can't be the Conor show. If he's out there, you're fighting his pace, he's playing to the crowd, messing with you. Like, he's getting a bit of a front runner. You got to get in his face and let him know he's in a fight early. And Max has the ability to do that. And now I think with the punching power and this being at 170, Max can make Conor respect him if he touches him. You know, he's going to feel the power and realize, oh, this guy can, you know, he's got it all. He got volume, he's got timing, he can punch. But that's what you have to do. You have to disrupt Conor early on in the fight, because it'll be like a snowball. It'll get bigger and bigger each round if Conor gets in front and starts winning the rounds. You know, you just got to get in his face.
With Max Holloway, bro, he's just gonna move, he's gonna punch. If Max plays the distance game a little bit and kicks Conor a little bit and gets him kind of to fatigue, he's in trouble, dude. It's 5 years, Kamaru. It's not 2 years. It's not 3 years. It's not 4 years. It's 5 years, man.
Like, Conor's always been great about understanding distance and creating angles and keeping people at the end of his punches to where he's really maximizing every shot and getting the most out of every shot. But Max Holloway is really crafty on his feet and creating like smaller angles to stay out of that range while giving you the illusion that you're in that range. And he's a volume puncher. And I think he might have the speed, like the speed in the combinations, like between his combinations, he might have more speed in those moments. So I think if he could avoid staying out of Conor's, danger zone and just, just kind of off to the side of in the angles, I think he touches Conor up, and I don't think Conor will do well if he starts getting touched up. I think after being out for so long and what has happened to him in his last couple of fights, I think if he starts getting touched up, it's going to be traumatic. It's going to trigger him that, oh no, I got knocked out by Dustin, and afterwards I got my leg broke. I think it's going to trigger him, and he's going to have a bad experience. He's going to get touched up and find a way out.
Every fighter will have a way out. He'll have something he's good at to quit a fight if he needs to. It's generally the rear naked choke that everybody thinks is such a successful technique. That's a cooperation. One guy's had enough, show your back, your opponent will get you out of there. Max doesn't offer that. Max is going to beat you, and he's going to hit you, and then he's going to hit you some more. Then he's going to go to your body, and he's going to wear you down. It's a long, painful evening if you don't have the ability to follow the golden rule, which is to protect yourself at all times. And Conor McGregor, who has been out for almost half a decade, I can't imagine beyond the first round, can follow the rule and protect himself at all times.
I don't like people quitting. I don't like people taking off this sport. This isn't like I think it's dangerous when you put this sport down. It's not something you could put down and pick up. Mm-hmm. It's too dangerous. And when you're fighting, I often compare it to someone who's getting ready for a movie role. Like, you have to become the character. And once you're in character, then you go out and put on a good performance. But it takes a while to become that ruthless dog that you need to be in order to go in there and fight viciously the way we do. And you can't just put it down and pick it up whenever you want. It takes a while to kind of grow into it. So I don't like when people put it down for 2, 3, 4 years and decide, I'm coming back. Like, that comeback, it needs to be built in with a large amount of training, warm-up fights, and things like that in order for you to build into a massive fight, especially come back with a guy like Max Holloway.
Notice 2 southpaws are who beat Conor. Dustin Poirier and Nate Diaz are two of the main guys that beat him. Now, the other one is obviously Khabib, but it's because he wrestled him. But if we're talking about stand-up, southpaws tend to give themselves a chance against Conor, and it's because the right hand is now the lead hand on a southpaw. So now they're both using the same weapon, so now the jab is prevalent. So now Conor, instead of countering the right hand of an opponent, now he's got to counter the jab of the opponent. And the other thing is Max fought him, so he's got the reads on that. And also Max switches stance. The stance switch for Max is going to make it harder for Conor to time over the top of his right hand.
I think Max will make the right decisions to not just get in the fire straight away, and then start to work him later in them rounds. Like, we know that Conor, again, very dangerous, very explosive, but that is going to wear on you. And with that big layoff, even though he's probably training very hard, we know that that's going to eventually wear on him. And that sharpness that I reckon he still has is probably going to deteriorate a lot quicker because of he's been out of the game for so long.
This is tough, bro. He's at a weight class he doesn't belong in 5 rounds, which he can't go. On Conor's best night, in fact, let's just call that the time that he fought Max the first time. That was Conor in his prime. Conor couldn't have gone 5 rounds then. He couldn't have done 5 rounds that night. And that's being in perfect shape, being hungry, being poor, doing this twice a day, every day, resting only on Sunday. None of those things are true for this. I mean, this is a really tough match in my opinion.
I look at this fight and I think to myself, Conor's got a lot of room to make up against someone like a Max Holloway. It's just he's one of those guys. I look up to him in terms of like, man, this guy has been through it all, done it all, 45, 55. He's doing this fight at 70.
Max is big. Like, people are like, Conor's going to come in there and have a size advantage. I'm like, no, he's not. Max Holloway's 6'1". Max Holloway's as tall as me. Max Holloway is big. He's a big.
We just saw photos of him training with Jack Della Maddalena, and he's like bigger than him.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
And like we said, he's not fighting a slouch, bro. He's fighting Max Holloway. You know, a guy that's been current. I mean, Max has been fighting 2-3 times a year for the longest now. You know, he hasn't. I don't think Max has really gotten like bad. You know, like where certain fighters have been around so long that they're not the same. Max lost a good fight with Charles, but Max is still Max. I think. Yeah. I still feel he could go out there, win a world title, do a lot of big things. I think it's a bad fight for Conor. Confidence and no confidence.
We look back at the last time we thought we were going to see Conor McGregor. That was 2024. He was supposed to fight Michael Chandler. We got so close up into that one. Conor broke his toe. The fight didn't happen. You look at that matchup now, then Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler, and then you fast forward it to now, the fight that is confirmed, him versus Max Holloway. It's a tougher test, in my opinion. I think the Michael Chandler fight was more made for him. Chandler's a guy that he kind of throws caution to the wind. He's a hittable guy. He would stand there and trade with them. Now he's got a guy in Max Holloway that's going to be moving all over the ring, all over the octagon, using all the real estate he can, popping those punches, trying to make Conor miss. This could be a fight where we see Conor McGregor come back after 5 years off and get frustrated in there.
So we've never seen somebody come back from an injury like the one Conor McGregor had and be a fraction of what they were before. Also, Dustin Poirier, the second one the third one total, but the second one in a row, where he suffered a catastrophic injury. By the time this fight rolls around, that will have been 5 years ago. 5 years and 1 day. Before his fight with Max Holloway was when he shattered his shin.
It's a serious thing. I came back training. I had the right mindset. I really thought I was going to be fine coming back. And I remember hearing Rogan talk. He says this all the time. You come back from one of those leg breaks, you're never the same. And I remember being motivated from that. I'm like, I'm going to show him he's wrong. And I came back, and my first fight back, I'm going against Tavares. And this dude starts leg kicking me right away. And in training, I was leg kicking with the shin pads on stuff, and I thought I was fine. And as he leg kicked me, always my instinct was I'm kicking back even harder. He kicked me, and I just couldn't throw my damn kick. And I'm like, fuck, oh my God.
You just couldn't do it, huh?
At one point, maybe in the second round, I threw it, but I threw it like so scared. It barely touched him, and I'm like, oh my, I can't do it. I couldn't throw it. So it affected me way more than I thought it was gonna affect me until I was actually under the lights. You know, it's like PTSD, man. Like, it was super traumatic, that whole event. So it's gonna be a lot for him. It's gonna be a lot. The leg, the time off. He's got an uphill battle.
You know, there's the old adage, hey, if you're not 100% in, that means you're 100% out. And you can try to jump back in. And I know Conor's going to give it everything that he has in jumping back in. But it's a steep mountain to climb. Because I do believe Conor in the first round, he can give anyone a go. Mm-hmm. But after that first round, at 170 pounds, no matter what, he has not fought at 170 pounds. And I believe he's going to be losing weight to get to 170 pounds, where I think that Max is going to be feeling he's got to lose 4 pounds, 5 pounds. That's nothing. Max is going to be feeling really good. Max's chin is going to be very solid at that weight. You can sit there and say, oh, Conor's going to hit harder, maybe, but so is Max. And everything, as John said, everything that, I've learned from the fight game, Max has been doing the things that I would look for, in saying, hey, this guy is still in this game and he is still, a high level in this game, while the other guy has been sitting on the sidelines, letting things pass by. And time is the one thing you can never get back. And I think it's gonna be the difference maker.
I just think once you've been out of the game for so long and then a shin collides with yours, or you get a kick blasted across your elbows, or you take a front kick to the body, and Holloway, he's going to be stomping that lead leg of McGregor as well. I just don't know if he's going to be able to just zone back into the headspace that he needs to be in to get a top win in MMA. Jones was out, but he was never really out of the game. It was snatched from him, and I know McGregor broke his leg, but he's just sort of been on this side quest adventure, and now he's just going to pop back into the game.
Kenny, as you get older, I mean, your brain, sometimes I look at shit and I go, I do that easy. I can't even come close. It's just your brain is definitely going to tell you can do things that your body can't back up. And I don't know if he's at that point, but I'm saying, based on whatever we've been watching, that guy's done a lot of damage to his body. And I know the body is resilient, but dude, that's a lot of drinking and drugging, man. God bless him. God bless him if he can come back and do it. God bless him, because then he's a special guy.
I truly do not think this is a winnable fight for Conor. I've been wrong before. I guess I could be wrong here. But outside of bringing a bat into the cage, I don't know what he does.
And at the end of the day, we have 25 minutes now instead of 15. So I'm excited, man. I can't wait to go out there, and get my hand raised, and not only get my hand raised, we're in a sport of entertainment. You gotta get your hand raised in exciting fashion. So I need a big finish, and if not a big finish, just a dominant, exciting win. Yeah, you can be dominant in a fight, but not exciting. That can hurt your stock. So at the end of the day, I gotta go out there, be exciting, raise up my stock, and we see what UFC want to do next.
I think that you look at it and you say, Charles Oliveira did to Holloway is simply not going to happen in this fight. Conor McGregor doesn't want to have that happen, right? He's going to accommodate, I think, a fight that Max will thrive in, and I think that those elements with the 5 years, off, I think that's about how I'd see it. I think that he's got Conor McGregor is probably between a 2 and 3. His odds are not they shouldn't be good. I just don't think that they should be good. We hit one win in 10 years. I mean, there's really no evidence that he's going to go in there and do the same thing to Max Holloway again when he was that hungry fighter back in the day.
If you fight Max, he's going to hurt you badly. Justin Gaethje, who is the undisputed champion of the world, did not just lose to Max. He got beaten up very badly. Justin Gaethje fighting Ilia Topuria and Khabib Nurmagomedov combined did not get beat up as bad as he did in that one fight with Max. Let's go a little bit further. Khabib Nurmagomedov, Ilia Topuria, and Tony Ferguson combined did not beat up Gaethje as bad as Max did. And see, that's the problem.
It's a big fight. It's a huge fight. I'm fired up, but God, they could have hit something sweeter. This is gonna be a rough day for Conor McGregor. I'm a little bit worried about him. I really am.